Happy New Year! We made it through yet another tough holiday season. Hopefully without too much damage. If you did have some damage, call me, I'll help you fix it. This time of year is very interesting because this time of year, nothing kind of happens. January through May, there's really nothing going on that should be super challenging eating-wise. Once summer happens, there's barbecues and there's parties every single weekend, and then it goes into back to school, which is stressful, and then Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then, the holidays, so it gets a little bit crazy the second half of the year, but the first half of the year is kind of quiet, which makes it the perfect time for the famous New Year's resolution. New Year's resolutions are kind of strange because we make the same ones every single year, and then nothing actually changes long term. So I think the problem lies in how we make New Year's resolutions. I'm going to give you guys 4 tips today to help you make resolutions that are actually going to stick so that next year you're going to have to make your resolution to be very rich or something totally not nutrition or weight related. So the first one is focus on the things that are going to actually get you from point A to point B. So what I mean by that is sometimes people are like, well, I'm going to lose 50 pounds or I'm going to get myself down to 120 or 130 or whatever it is. But they're not thinking about, well, how are they going to do that? So instead of making your resolution to lose weight, make your resolution to kind of fix those habits that cause your weight to be a problem in the first place. So your resolution could be to drink more water, your resolution could be to eat less junk food, your resolution could be to drink less, to go out less, to cook more, to eat organic more, whatever it may be. But those things should be your resolutions, and then the end result will be your weight loss. And if you do that, then you know how you got from point A to point B, and you'll be able to stay there. The second thing is don't compare your progress to perfection. A lot of times people do this, especially with the gym. So you're like, all right, January 1st, we're going to the gym, we're going to work out, then you go on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then you skip Thursday, and then you don't go for a month. So we don't want to do that. So instead of comparing your results to perfection, which would be the best case scenario, compare it to what you did last week. So guess what? If you didn't go to the gym at all last week, and you go once or twice this week, awesome, good, you're in great shape. It's better than it was. If your goal is to go 7 days a week, the first time that you miss that day, you're not going to go after that. And I'd much rather somebody consistently go 2 times a week for as long as you can do that, rather than you go 7 days a week for 1 or 2 weeks and then you just don't go at all. So make sure that you are realistic with your expectations and compare it off of your norm or last week, not the most ideal perfect situation, because that's not realistic either. The next thing is slip-ups, how you handle slip-ups. Slip-ups are an inevitable part of any process, of any habit change, of anything. You're going to screw this up at some point, and that's okay if you deal with it the right way. If you look at slip-ups and you learn from them, that information is going to bring you to the next level, and it's going to make you better and better at what you're trying to do. If you look at slip-ups as a defeat or that you screwed up, then you're just going to kind of continue with your old habits. So embrace the slip-up, but learn from it. So for example, let's say I go to a party and I'm like, I'm not going to have any chips at the party, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to have any junk. My New Year's resolution was to cut out the junk. So I go to the party and I cave and I had some of the junk food. Instead of letting that be a month of bad eating, being like, well, here we go again, next January or next Monday, or I'm going to fix it here. Don't do that. Instead, say, all right, why did I go with the chips? Did I go to the party hungry? Did I really want them? Did I have some kind of deficiency? Was it something where, I set myself up for unrealistic expectations? And then the next time that same situation happens, I'll be able to handle it better because I learned from it. So slip-ups are not meant to defeat you. They are meant to help you grow and be even better at your nutrition and weight loss goals. Okay, so if you embrace them like that, you'll be in great shape. If not, it's just going to kind of keep you in this hamster wheel and you'll be making the same resolution for next year. The last thing that I want to go over is to like the changes that you're making. If you don't like doing any of this stuff, guess what? You're not going to want to do it long term. The good news is there's enough healthy foods. You can find healthy foods out there that you like. You don't have to cut out anything for the rest of your life. Maybe just don't make it your norm. Make it more of an exception. But if you feel tortured and you feel miserable and you're eating food out of a box or you're missing out on your favorite stuff, you're not going to want to stick with this long term. It's human nature. So you have to make sure that all the changes you're making are changes that you can maintain for the rest of your life. And in order to do that, you have to enjoy it. When they look at people who lose weight and keep it off, that's actually one of the main things that they have in common, is that they really like their foods and they don't feel tortured by the process and they don't feel deprived. The second you feel like that, it's a ticking time bomb. So save yourself a couple weeks or months of torture and just find things that you like. There's enough stuff out there that we can find ways where you can get healthy that are actually going to be something that you'll enjoy doing. If you guys have any questions or you want to share your resolutions with me, I'd love to hear them. Post your comments below. You can check us out on the web at nutrishmish.com. Follow us on the Twitter @_nutrishmish. Instagram @nutrishmish. You can also check out my personal Instagram account @nutrishmishofftheclock. And if you guys like to comment below, I'd love to see all of your New Year's resolutions. And I will see you guys next time. Have a happy, and healthy New Year.